think I'm gonna go swim jig first. You gotta be kidding me, first dang cast. Oh, eat it, eat it. Oh my gosh, that was insane. I've got a good feeling about this area here, folks. Fishing front, that's a big one. That's a big one. I'm considering whether I go to that corner down there or the corner where I just caught a big one. Yeah, I go there. Oh my gosh, another big one. That was so cool. What's going on, y'all? Hey, welcome back to the 200 pond series. As the name and the location of this series would imply, I'm fishing ponds, 200 of them, to help you guys become better bass anglers and of course to have some fun for myself. Now, we have a few conditions today that are working absolutely against us. The first is, hopefully you can hear, it's windy. I'm talking really windy, like blow your socks off type wind, and so the lure selection will have to change because of that. But the number one thing that is really going to change my lure selection is the fact that this pond complex, ponds I'm fishing today, are way more choked out with vegetation, specifically a type of lily pad I will show you here in a second, and it's gonna make fishing a lot tougher. Am I still gonna catch some? I think I will. It's private water fishing today. We're at an awesome property here in Pattonville, Texas. I will tell y'all more about this place here in a second, but as I pan this way, you can see grass and pads. As I pan this way, you can see grass and pads. As I pick the tripod up and zoom behind me to another pond, whammy, grass and pads. And so the main topic of today's adventure is going to be showing you guys what lures you can select if the pond you fish has a whole bunch of aquatic vegetation. We've got milfoil in here today, we've got pads, and yes, the dreaded snodgrass. And so I hope amid the frustration of getting stuck on all this grass today, we can catch a few fish and have a good time. Let's get in the truck though and get to tip number one, which is finding an open place to fish. So I'm gonna drive to our first pond today, pond 137. Let's go. First pond in today's pond complex. I'm calling all of this today pond 137, and that is practically because they are all the same looking pond, just various differences in how much open water there actually is to fish. So this is the largest opening y'all saw in the drone shot, or you're seeing in the drone shot right now. Out of all 6 of the perfectly square ponds here at Shady Grove Ranch, this is the only one that has, I'm talking even like 30 yards for me to stand without casting into total lily pads. So let's get to the back of the truck, open up our tackle bag, and rig some lures. As usual, the entire series is sponsored by Evolution Fishing. This is the largemouth 3.0 tackle bag. I had a hand in helping design this bag. A lot of cool features. Your tackle box is stacked horizontally down below. It's a huge key for me. Then the flap opens up. You can keep soft plastic bags in here, one terminal tackle box. All my glide baits and big swim baits are always on the PVC pockets on the front, nice and hidden out of the way. And you can use code TRF2025 to save 20% on your order. And if you're watching this in 2026, the code is TRF2026. I know, real creative. First lure I want to try is the Strike King Hybrid Hunter Shallow. This is the one that only dives, I mean, 1.5 foot, maybe 2 foot deep. I assume after the first few casts, this will be getting snipped off and something else put on, but I just wanted to give it a try in the open water here and the open water for like the one cast we have on that pond before I start moving around with just the chest mount and what I think is going to be 2 main lure categories. The first of which being a top water hollow belly frog, or my new favorite, the Strike King Rage Buzz Minnow, I believe it's called. Yeah, Rage Buzz Minnow. Now, even though topwater is probably on the decline for most of you around the country in your ponds, especially north of Missouri at this point of the year, for us down in the south, it still can work if you have shallow dwelling bass. I'm talking like a pond like this that only has a max depth of 5-6 feet. The fish are just closer to the top of the water, so topwater is going to work longer into the year. And if you have good warm weather, this wind today actually being a total straight warm front. And I guarantee you I'm gonna have to bring out the jig box at some point, probably put it on my new Mach Smash. Again, that's why I think the Hybrid Hunter is not gonna last very long. And the jig I'm gonna tie on is going to be the Outcast Tackle, where it is, Jackpot jig right there. This is the black and blue, I believe it's 3/8 ounce. And the reason for a swim jig is twofold. One, it is relatively weedless. I can kind of pull it over these pads and over this grass, at least the best out of any jig or Texas rig or soft plastic type. And the reason for black and blue is because we have crazy overcast conditions. And so even though the water is relatively clear, I want the fish to have the best chance of coming to find this thing. And a big black silhouette is a great way to help the fish do that. So I'm gonna keep this though not tied on, and let's get to fishing. Okay, walking down to the water, definitely a lot of grass, and I kind of see it topped out all throughout my casting lane. Maybe I've got like one location I can cast the Hybrid Hunter to down there. I'm gonna keep my rod tip really high, and let's see if I can catch one. First cast in the most open water we got. Oh no, I've already got grass. I've also got a fray in my line. Uh-oh, multiple frays. Wow, I gotta put a new line on this. But hey, first cast came back without getting too much stuff, and y'all are way too far away from me. That's better. Hey guys. Zing it out there. Start my retrieve. Nope, we got grass. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, I was wrong. I had a bite. Oh no. And I'm caught on something. Old cattails. I'm already thinking the buzz toad is gonna be the way to go, but I wanna catch one on a shallow Hybrid Hunter. Come on. All right, here we go, here we go. How are my brakes? Oh, my brakes are on 10? No wonder I can't cast far. Yeah, oh well, they should have been on 10. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a backlash out and a fish just ate my crankbait on top. Go, go, go! I feel him running with it. Oh, and I'm gonna have like a tangle trying to reel it back in. He spit it out. I see it laying on the top of the water. You gotta be kidding me. What a mess. Okay, learned 2 things from, well, maybe even more than 2 things. 3 things from that cast. 1, gotta put some brakes back on. Maybe even adjust my spool tension a bit. 2, they're gonna eat topwater today, so that's great. And 3, that I'm gonna catch one right here. I'm just getting a good 5 yards of effective water before I get stuck in the grass, so this is not the best. All right, if I don't get one on this cast, I'm giving up on the hunter. Oh, no way. Oh, I got one in the grass. I got one in the grass, and he is the tiniest thing ever, but we're getting him in, and that's a success, baby. Pond 137, not a giant, but a nice little fish, skinny mini on the crankbait. But I mean, I caught it in the most unconventional crankbait way possible when it was sitting on top of a load of grass. So I think the crankbait is done. We're gonna put the swim jig on and get the top water smacking. Yeah, buddy, swim jig, buzz toad, let's go. I think I'm gonna go swim jig first. Oh, I can cast it farther too. You gotta be kidding me, first dang cast with the swim jig. Get in here, what a thump. Oh, I don't think you're very big, but at least we got him. So like I said, pick the right lures for the conditions and the cover structure you're fishing, and you're gonna find success. Crankbait was not it. All right, buddy. 4 pounds of grass, 1.5 pounds of bass. But who's to say that a big old swim jig like this right here, stinking 5/0 VMC redline hook, can't catch small fish? Because it can. Abso-stinking-lutely. How about 2 casts in a row toward that open little pocket? And I'd really hoped there would be more actual open water, but I mean, as far as I can cast, it's practically hitting aquatic vegetation right away. So not really as good as I had thought. I'm gonna put the swam jag down and get the frog. Ate it right at the shore. Don't tell me he ripped it. Good. I think that kind of cast is gonna be my ticket today. The pads that are not super high. This pond, honestly, has the most accessible casting angles. You'll see several ponds we fish on this complex later. It's gonna be tough to get a good cast without having my line laid over some 2.5 foot tall pad sticking up to the heavens. All right, we're gonna leave the camera behind. See ya, and head over to this corner. And the one thing I do not want today is that sun to poke out officially for good, because that'll make these fish a little less roamy and there'll be more underneath. That was cool. Gosh, had to make sure he had it. Get in here. Yes, it'll make the fish do less of that because they'll be more underneath the grass as opposed to swimming around. And I saw this guy come and chomp it, but I was watching it and I could still see, again, this water's clear, I could see he did not have the whole thing in his mouth. He just had the tail section. So I gave him a second, watched it fully disappear, And we got him. Thank you, little guy. All right, this pond here is full of rinky dinks. Now, to be fair, I've only caught one big one in this entire complex, and it was like a almost 7-pounder. Show that catch right here. We ain't got no bass in this one. About to make 50 yard. Gosh, I was wrong. Oh, that's the best kind of noise ever. That's the best noise ever. And that fish is on there. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna get him out? Holy cow. I gotta, oh, straight up. All right, we're gonna have a surprise. How big is this fish? Get some grass off. Thank you for protecting my fish. Holy cow, y'all ready for this? Oh yes. Holy cow, that's a 6-pounder. What? Wow. For this place to have, I mean, like, they must have, oh gosh, they must have stocked some big ones if that's one of the fish in here. Holy cow. All right, Big Bertha, I will see you later. There she goes, there we go. But every other fish I've caught has been, I mean, sub 3 pounds. A few 3-pounders, but most of the time they're little rinky dinks. I really feel like I've got to make good long casts towards whatever the big open hole that these giants call home is. That's where I got to get my lures today. Otherwise, we're just going to have a good time, but don't foresee any giants in our future unless we can luck into one. And we are back to the other side of the pond. Hello, folks at home on the Sony camera. And I think I need a new buzz shad. This thing has caught, I don't even know, 6, 8 fish, 6, 7, and it's not quite staying rigged like it used to. So let me run to the bag. I've had some questions on social media on what the hook I'm throwing is. As always, it is linked down below. Those are affiliate tackle links. So if you could click those links and shop on Tackle Warehouse, that would mean a lot. But I believe it's a 5/0. It does bend kind of easily. Not a big fan of that. I probably should have bought every dual frog hook that was out there just to see which one was best, but I kept sticking with the one that I have linked down there because it works. And I know some guys like a big single hook, like a 6/0 beast hook with no weight on it. But I think as long as it's rigged properly and isn't too bent, this thing can still catch some dang fish. Come on now. I think this side's gonna be better. It's the feeling I get. Oh. We got slobber knocked. And come back for it. Oh, he's there. He is there for sure. I saw the swirl. Let's go in there with a jig. A follow-up lure like a jig or a Senko usually works better when the water is a little deeper. I mean, if you flip it in there in shallow water as a follow-up lure and you don't immediately get knocked, that fish is probably not going to eat because it doesn't have long to fall. So you don't need to let it sit there for, 5, 6 seconds, 6, 7 seconds. Oh, got him. Oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. Get off there. My braid is wrapped around the tip of my rod. Get on the shore. Sent this guy to the moon. Was just buzzing it across the top of the water. I saw the wake, I paused it, and felt the absolute knock of it. And you know what? Not a giant, but we're having a dang blast. Catching fish in the only way you can on this body of water. Oh yeah, bud. But every time I pull off a pad, it launches it like 5 feet, and then my line is wrapped around something, and then I gotta pull it again, and that launches it again. Pads that stand up are my worst enemy. All right, go to the corner. I've got a good feeling about this area here, folks. Gotta pick my first cast, make it good. I'm gonna go shallower as opposed to deeper, just in case I catch one here. I don't wreck the entire corner. One more cast, that's it. Okay, I lied. One more over here. I lied again. 2 more over here. All right, now I'm done. Get out of here. Let's drive to the next pond. Now this pond has, count them with me, 1 location to fish. That is it. But it kind of does look like we have a little more open water. Again, not quite sure how deep it is, and wow, it's too high. And I think I'm gonna write off this section pretty quickly if I don't get a bite. Because it's not like I have more spots to fish on this pond. This is the only one. Okay, every single cast is this stuff. Let's get back in the truck and head back down to some of the more open ponds. I don't like the pads, especially the tall pads, but it's what we've got to deal with today. Well, good news, folks. We have a pretty wide open corner, and I know the last time I said that a wide open corner was going to be a slam dunk. It was not, but I'm saying it now. This one is going to be different. Oh, eat it, eat it. Oh my gosh, that was insane. That was insane. Get in here, get in here. I watched this fish wake on it for like 15 yards and he came to eat it. That was so stinking awesome. That's a Fishing Chaos tournament fish right there. I gotta go get my board. Might weigh 2.5 pounds, but that sucker's like 18 inches. If y'all didn't know, I run a tournament all year long on the Fishing Chaos online platform. Y'all can join for free. Now it's my tournament, so I can make the rules or break the rules. And so private water like this is not applicable to the tournament. You can't fish in places like this, but I can, because I can't win. I just want to compete. Oh yeah, 18 and a quarter. Well, my friend, thank you for the exhilarating bite. I wish you weighed a little more for the camera, but we'll see you later. That was cool. It was a slam dunk. And in that scenario, you never ever want to totally pause the bait and let them eat it. I know I did that before, not good, but in this case, I saw the wake. I kept retrieving slowly until he ate it. I gave him a second to turn around and then gave him the business. Now, I believe a swim jig would have also caught that fish, but man, how fun that is to catch it on top. She saw it from across the way and said, da-dun, 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 da-dun. Come on, oh man. All these trees and bushes tore another tail off. I'm telling you, I lose a lot less of these lake fishing and kayak fishing than I do bank fishing, because it gets stuck on trees behind you. Just a lot more ripping and rough housing, but I'm having fun. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead, check if that button's been clicked. It costs you nothing and it helps me continue to make this content 100% free. So that'd be great. Oh yeah, that'll be one. I did not give him long enough. I did not give that fish long enough. I swung too early. He didn't have his head turned and I lost him. That was big. That was like 5 pounds. Oh man, now I got all kinds of a knot going on. What is this? It's like my tippet's all twisted. That was a fly fishing joke. There we go, nice. Oh, call me a seamstress. We're not out of the woods yet. Oh no, look at that one. Oh baby, I ought to win a prize for that. You gotta be kidding me. I won the prize, but I lost another one of these. Good grief. I promise you, y'all have seen me throw this. It is not a bait that I normally go through this quickly. All right, last cast here, and we're gonna go down the bank. Gonna leave the big camera here, bye-bye. Oh. Okay, what is going on? There's gotta be something wrong with my hook, because I gave that fish business professional. No, it looks, I mean, like it's a little bent, but like it's not that bad. It's the same as it's been when I've been catching them. I don't know, man, what in the world? I've used this hook. Gosh, there's one. That was cool. Yes, sir. I've used this hook for days and days and days. I've had to rebend it. The points are probably not super sharp, but hey, it worked that time. Gosh, when they want to eat it, man, they're gonna eat it. I mean, look at that. It's not that bad. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. Zoom in on that, y'all. The point is totally bent upwards. What? That is crazy how that much of a little bend on the hook there on the point can cause me to be missing so many fish. Fully explaining all of my missed fish today. If you keep missing fish, and I wouldn't say keep missing, if you miss like 2 fish in a row on a lure, go ahead and check to make sure everything is a-okay with that lure. So the hooks, the line tie, the split rings, the swivels, because unless you are a beginner angler or you're just now learning how to set the hook on various styles of lures, it's probably not the Indian, it's the arrow. So check to see how sharp your arrow is. Oh my gosh, another big one. Gosh, oh my goodness. As I was gonna tell you guys, look at this, look. First time I fixed my lure back, double hooks, roof of the mouth. Oh my gosh, crazy. Thank you, my friend. So we figured out my issue. Hook was bent and point was rolled over. Wow. Like I said, in this scenario, as the saying goes, it's not the arrow, it's the Indian. Nope, today it was the arrow for a little bit. And I was a dummy and didn't check my arrow. But this wind ripple and this cloud cover, plus the little bit of depth we have going down this bank, are definitely making these fish aggressive and confident enough to hit it right near the bank. Oh, okay, well, I lost one. He didn't really eat it that good though. Took him 2 tries to eat it and he didn't get it in his mouth. Although, yeah, let me check it before I cast back out there. Yeah, it's already bent up a little more. Darn it. Okay, that fish just totally missed it. I think he 1 pound. If y'all had not had a chance to check out private water fishing, man, they've got so many awesome places to fish. This is just one of the, I think, over 200 bodies of water they have in Texas and Oklahoma. And the price on this one, I believe, is only like $90 a day. And so if you want to wait for all this grass to die down, come out here with a glide bait, or heck, just a wacky rigged worm in the winter, man, you're gonna have a heck of a day. And I believe in the checkout process, either put in code TRF to save money on your membership, or there's a drop down menu where you can say where you heard about private water fishing from. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Get in here. Okay, he's not super big, but he's fun. He's fun, yes sir. Come on, hey, a healthier fish. How about that? Haven't had many of those today, but just look how they get that buzz minnow when they want it. Gosh, that is fun. Thank you, my friend. Man, if I can just catch one that's 3 inches longer with that quality, we're gonna have a Bonafide 5-pounder. If you don't wanna deal with the hassle of putting gas in the boat and driving hours and hours and hours to a lake you may get skunked at, man, check out PWF. I've worked with these guys for a long time. And if you are a property owner with a nice pond or a lake on your ranch or your house and you wanna make some money off of having reputable and of age fishermen come fish your body of water through PWF, you can also reach out there and they can get you set up as an owner, just like this guy did here for me. But we are back to a corner, baby. Come on, catch me a big one. Got the wind blowing into it. They've got to love this. Yes. Oh, one missed it. Please tell me he didn't eat my tail. Oh, he did. He ate my tail. The big ones are eating the tail. It's crazy. Can I get him just popping it across the top? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. No way. I got him. I got him. I got him just popping it across the top. You gotta be joking me. Get in here. You're a giant. You're a giant. I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. Get in here. Yes, sir. Biggest fish of the day. My goodness. Just lost this fish on the cast before. He ate the tail off of my buzz shad and he came back and ate it. Stinking 3.5 pushing 4-pounder. Let's go. I do want to get this guy on my tournament board. Gotta go with the board. And that right there is a nice one. 19. Good boy. Don't want to manhandle this fish anymore, so I'm not going to get a weight, but just a beautiful largemouth bass. Honestly, the bigger ones seem to be either really skinny or really healthy, and this one's really, really healthy. We're going to get you back in the water, girl. See ya. Swims off like a champ. That was cool. Since we were out of buzz shads, now in the truck, let's go swim jig. I think we'll be able to catch at least a few more out in this deep hydrilla milfoil, whatever it is. And we're back. Okay, well, they don't want the swim jig. Surprising. I'm considering whether I go to that corner down there or the corner where I just caught a big one. Yeah, I go there. And I want to finish out this video with at least one more fish, ideally a big one. And I'm not sure if swim jig is the way to do it, but that's all we got. I feel like I need to find what I can get the longest possible cast on for a little open area up there. And honestly, it might be a buzzbait, even though I don't want to throw buzzbait on, what is this, 17-pound fluorocarbon? It would work, so let's give it a try. And again, I'd love to throw it on braid, but my braid rod does not have enough line to sling out to this opening you're about to see. This could be a disaster, or it could be the most genius move I've made all day. Let's go try it out. Yeah, and I'm starting to think, as I look at this, it's probably more on the worst idea of the day side. Oh yes, what a bomb. We're gonna get one more cast out there. 6-pounder or bust. And I think it's gonna be a bust. Well, you know what? I am proud of the success that I found today. Am I at a private water fishing lake? Yes, I am. But the conditions, from the wind to how much grass there still was, just made it pretty dang tough to make good casts and catch good fish. Plus my equipment, AKA the hook that I was using, was bent for who knows how long, which led me to not catch as many fish as I could. But we still had a blast. We still taught you guys everything I learned, and hopefully it helped you as well. Now I know this video, when I'm releasing it, probably doesn't help a whole lot of you guys as far as like the grassy conditions, because most of that is probably gone from where you live. But for y'all in the South, especially y'all in Florida, I hope this video definitely gave you a little bit of an insight on what to throw and where to go. Once again, if y'all are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free. It costs you nothing. It helps me out tremendously. If you want to continue to stay on the channel, that would also be much appreciated. I will have 2 clickable videos up here in the corner. This one being my kind of how to fish grass masterclass. I covered a lot of those topics in today's video, but there's definitely tons when it comes to different types of aquatic vegetations and underwater stuff that'll be listed over here. And my last episode in the 200 pond series will be over here in this corner. As always, my tackle, my discount codes, all that stuff is linked down in the video description. My name's Tyler, and we'll see y'all next time right here on 200 Ponds.